Center Alex Mack officially announcing his retirement from the NFL, posting a message on Twitter that said in part, quote, "I am so grateful to the game of football and everything it has given me." Mack was a 7-time Pro Bowler over his 13-year career. Cowboys defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence recently said he wants to take back the title as the team's sack leader, but linebacker Micah Parsons doesn't plan to let that happen. Parsons saying, quote, "I'm sorry to tell him he's never getting that back." Parsons led Dallas with 13 sacks last season. And Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson excited for a new look offense under head coach Kevin O'Connell. Jefferson telling USA Today, quote, "We had an old style offense last year. It's 2020. You get into a new age and move to a new generation." This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to find savings. But you may have more cash than you realize in your home's equity. Unlock it today with a cash-out refinance from Rocket Mortgage. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. That means you could unlock thousands of dollars from your home. And with Rocket Mortgage, you could get all that cash in as little as 3 weeks. Put your hard-earned money to work. Pay down high-interest debt and combine your balances into one simple, low monthly payment. Now is your perfect opportunity to take control of your financial future. So what are you waiting for? When you want to consolidate debt and simplify your finances, Rocket can. Call 8338-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. Rocket. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLS ConsumerAccess.org number 3030. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXOL Centro, California. Good day, sunshine. I think I mentioned it's a Saturday, 4th day of June, 2022. Yes. What can I say? It's just another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah, and, well, we're enjoying. Before I came in, I poured a cup of coffee at the house and went out on the patio. And, our mockingbird, who lives in the tree in our backyard, well, he was tuning up. He wasn't quite on key yet, and I understand that. But after about a minute or so, he was finally able to hit the right notes. And I do appreciate that. Yes, nice to have the mockingbird hanging around for us. So what else is going on? Well, we'll tell you about some of it coming up. The local news. Before we get to local news, of course, we do have a look at world and California news. We'll update some weather for you, sports, financial news. Oh, we've got all sorts of good things happening for you. So just keep it tuned, and we'll let you know about them. We did mention birthdays, didn't we? Well, let's see. Actor Bruce Dern is 86. Usually plays a bad guy in the Westerns. Yeah. And I understand he's just a really nice guy. Singer, actor Michelle Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas, 78. Strange lady. And actor Parker Stevenson, wasn't he one of the Hardy Boys? He's 70. Actor Keith David, 66. Elle DeBarge is 61. Actor Julie White is 61. Actor Lindsay Frost, 60. Actor Sean Pertwee, 58. Comedian Horatio Sands is 53. Actor James Callis, 51. Actor Noah Wiley, he's on ER, 51. Actor Russell Brand, 47. Actor Angelina Jolie, 47. Actor Theo Rossi, 47. Actor Robin Lord Taylor, 44. And those are the big shot birthdays. We've got some local ones coming up.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the CIF, are the 824,000 high school sports students in California. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, soccer and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, administrators, and officials. We stand for the swimmers, football players, and wrestlers. We stand for the golfers, softball, and volleyball players. We stand as the national leader and advocate for high school athletics and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Annette Tietz, Francisco Coriel, Joey Yanis, Sylvia Oreles, Ariana Castro, David Nunez, Debbie Thornton, Ernie Quintero, Joan Exum, John Watson, Michael Navarro, Oscar Herrera, William Navarro, Alex Alvarez, Andres Michael Hernandez, and Jasmine Alvarado. Happy birthday from Kxo. Well, what's going on? Yeah, in Arizona, a crocodile is safe after police in Arizona found it with a stash of weapons and drugs. Officials were executing a search warrant when they discovered the croc among nearly 200,000 fentanyl pills, 855 grams of cocaine, and $65,000 in cash. The crocodile, they're telling me it's a crocodile, not an alligator, was sent to a sanctuary. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's feel bad for the crocodile because it was my understanding he was on his way over to Johnny Depp's house for the weekend. Oh, boy. And, the world's first driverless taxi service will be starting in California. Where else? Yes, the state of California approved Cruise, a company owned by General Motors. They're going to be using 30 electric Chevy Bolts to carry passengers around San Francisco. But no, they won't drive after 10 p.m. I mean, that gives you a real idea of how bad the job market is. I mean, it's tough. You can't even get robots to work past 10 p.m. Yeah, things be tough all over. Coming up, we've got to look at world and California news, local news, sports, financial news, weather. We've got good stuff, and it's heading your way, so stick around.
Golden State Extracts, CBD, is the first fully licensed GMP certified hemp processor in California making CBD. Everything is done right here in the Imperial Valley, from growing to processing and manufacturing. Our products derived from hemp are a natural form of pain relief to help you with your aches and pains, help you sleep better, and lower your stress with our specially formulated tinctures, pain creams, and gummies. Best of all, you can visit Golden State Extracts CBD locally at their Imperial location, 520 West Ayton Road. For more information and benefits of CBD, visit them on the web at goldenstateextracts.com or call 760-355-9134. That's 355-9134.
It's World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. Don't put off that preseason air conditioning checkup. Yeah, it's not hardly preseason anymore. Give Lock Air Conditioning a call today. Lock Air Conditioning, they're your friend in the air conditioning business.
CBS News Brief. A tropical cyclone is pounding southern Florida. Rob Reinhart with the National Hurricane Center.
The heavy rain's been ongoing overnight in South Florida and will continue today. Right now, the forecast for South Florida is calling for storm total rainfall amounts of 6 to 10 inches.
Students coast to coast staged a walkout on Friday in a push to get Congress to act on new gun laws.
It's crazy how us children see the problem with gun violence, but yet adults stand by and do nothing when adults have the more power.
An attack at a Southern California hospital. A man with a knife walked into the Encino Hospital Medical Center emergency department and stabbed a doctor and 2 nurses. LAPD Deputy Chief Alan Hamilton.
All of those victims have sustained stab wounds or sharp force wounds as a result of the assault by the suspect.
They were taken to a trauma center. They are in stable condition. The suspect arrested. CBS News Brief. I'm Stacey Lynn.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. 2 nurses and a doctor were stabbed at an Encino hospital yesterday afternoon. 2 of the victims are in stable condition, while 1 is in critical condition. The suspect was taken into custody. During a visit to Reno yesterday, Vice President Kamala Harris said she is hopeful Congress will finally act on guns, but she knows it will not be easy.
Temper my optimism with, knowing that when Sandy Hook happened, nothing happened.
The Ventura County Sheriff's Office is investigating the discovery of human remains found yesterday in an apartment complex dumpster in Camarillo. It has residents on edge.
It's heartbreaking. Overall, I feel as though Camarillo is a safe area to be in. That's why I moved back into the area 3 years ago. And it really is heartbreaking.
A man related to the victim has been detained. Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? Would you notice the 16-year-old boy who got his first job?
Not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am Hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
You can't get much for $5 these days, unless you go to Wendy's for a $5 Biggie Bag. Get your choice of double stack, junior bacon cheeseburger, or crispy chicken BLT, plus 4-piece nugs, fries, and a drink, all for just $5. You got that bag. You got that Biggie Bag. You got that bag. That was smooth, wasn't it? That's how you're going to feel when you get that Biggie Bag at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes 4-piece nuggets, small soft drink, and small fry. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Valley at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Calipatria Fire responded to a large sugarcane field on fire at about 8 o'clock last night. The fire in the area of English Road. Almost immediately after arriving on scene, a second alarm was put out, and response came from Westmoreland, Brawley, and Imperial County. Again, a field fire in the area of English and Eddens Road in the north end of the valley last night. A sugarcane field, as well as farm equipment and structures in the area. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has penalized the Imperial Irrigation District. EPA announced a settlement with the IID for violations of the Clean Water Act related to polluting wetlands around the Salton Sea. Under the settlement, IID will pay $299,857 in penalties and provide mitigation to offset the harm to the environment. In November of 2020, inspectors from the EPA and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers inspected IID's construction of drain banks in the Salton Sea area and found that activities had resulted in the discharge of sediment to about 1 acre of wetlands. The discharge also impacted approximately 20 acres of wetlands by severing a connection with Moreton Bay, which drains into the Salton Sea. In addition to paying the penalty, nearly $300,000, the IID will develop a plan for removal of the settlement and restoration of the water connection to Moreton Bay. According to the EPA, if the IID is not able to restore the impacted site, they would need to establish 63 acres of wetlands at an alternate location. KXO News Time, 7:43. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve. The El Centro Police responded to the north alley of the 400 block of Olive Avenue yesterday morning at about 7:45. They responded following reports of a man with a gun. On arrival, officers found a man with a rifle in a car in the alley. The man complied when he was ordered to drop the rifle, and upon further investigation, it was determined that the gun was a pellet rifle. The man told officers that he wanted to sight in the rifle. The man and a woman who was also in the car were informed about the proper handling and transportation procedures of firearms, including air rifles and replica firearms. Both the man and the woman were released. The pellet gun was relinquished to officers. No charges were filed. Well, Tuesday's election day, but hey, you can vote today. You can drop off your ballot at drop boxes at city halls throughout the Imperial Valley, as well as at the County Administration Center on Main and El Centro. And today, the Elections Department on Main Street is open between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Also open on Election Day, 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. And if you want, you can also send your ballot through the U.S. mail. Of course, you can always vote the old-fashioned way and visit your assigned precinct. Again, Tuesday, Election Day. Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
As parents, we've done everything possible to protect our kids from COVID-19, from using hand sanitizers to masking up. But now we have the most important tool, vaccines. They help protect our children and the entire family. And it's okay to have questions. Ask your doctor about the COVID-19 vaccine for your child, or visit vaccinateall58.com to learn more and find a vaccine near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
And page 2 of the local news with a look at the weather, brought to you by the Town Pump in Westmoreland. They're open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30, and by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. 1 person died, 3 others were injured when a van crashed on Interstate 8 near Hucumba Hot Springs Friday morning. The accident occurred shortly before 10 a.m. when the van went out of control, ran off the roadway, struck a boulder, and overturned. 1 person was pronounced dead at the scene. 3 other individuals were transported to San Diego hospitals. The U.S. Navy says the occupants of the van were sailors based at the Naval Special Warfare Units. The crash occurred as they were returning to San Diego from training at Camp Billy Macon, a desert training facility in the Nyland area. The leader of La Luz del Mundo Church has pleaded guilty to several felony counts of sexual assault involving minors. Nelson Joaquin Garcia was arrested in 2019 for conduct that occurred over several years in Los Angeles County. 2 others were also charged at that time, while a 4th individual remains at large. All of the individuals are associated with La Luz del Mundo. Over the course of the investigation and prosecution, prosecutors demonstrated that Garcia's criminal conduct was enabled by individuals surrounding him, and that Garcia used his position of trust and authority to sexually abuse children. Garcia will be sentenced Wednesday, June 8th. And U.S. Borstar agents rescued an undocumented individual in the Acamba Wilderness area Friday morning. Border Patrol officials were notified at about 2:30 in the morning of a lost migrant in distress. And Borstar units located the individual at about 7:15 Friday morning. North of the U.S. border, agents determined the 26-year-old woman was a citizen of Mexico, did not possess the required documents and legal status to be present in the U.S. Apparently, the woman had been left behind by a group that she was previously traveling with.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are two locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime rib, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
According to the National Weather Service, dry conditions under mostly clear skies will prevail through the weekend as temperatures remain near to slightly above normal. A warming trend will then occur next week as an area of high pressure builds across the western continental U.S. This will result in well above normal temperatures starting late next week and a high likelihood of excessive heat impacting much of the area by next weekend. It will be sunny today with a high near 102. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles an hour this afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 30 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 73. West-southwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, decreasing to 5 to 10 miles an hour after midnight. Sunday, sunny with a high near 104. Light southwest wind becoming west 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. And right now downtown, we're looking at 81 degrees, 42% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest 7 to 10 miles per hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley. Open every day. And by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, Imperial Valley's fine dining experience.
Did you know fixing outdoor leaks can save 27 to 90 gallons of water per day? Even tiny leaks can be huge water wasters. Conserving water starts with a few simple water-saving actions at home and in your yard, like adjusting your sprinklers and adding drip irrigation so you water only where it's needed. We can all do our part to conserve water. Visit SaveOurWater.com for more water-saving tips. Save water, save California.
It's sports time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps South Network, working together to provide you the best care. But Joe Musgrove almost did it again. Yeah, the San Diego native went 8 1/3 innings without giving up a hit and picked up the win as the Padres beat the Milwaukee Brewers 7-0 yesterday. Musgrove left, giving up just the one hit. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, St. Louis beat up on the Cubs 14-5. Washington dumped Cincinnati 8-5. Cleveland beat Baltimore 6-3. San Francisco bombed Miami 15-6. It was Arizona over Pittsburgh 8-6. Philadelphia shut out the Angels 10-0. Minnesota topped Toronto 9-3. The Yankees blitzed Detroit 13-0. Tampa Bay over the White Sox 6-3. Seattle nipped Texas 4-3. Houston over Kansas City 10-3. Atlanta went 10 innings to beat Colorado 3-1. Boston beat Oakland 7-2. And the Dodgers went by the Mets 6-1.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And taking a look at NBA, the Boston Celtics lead the NBA Finals Series 1-0. They will tee it up tomorrow. Celtics and the Warriors, from Chase Center in San Francisco. Meanwhile, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is talking about expansion, more money. Yeah, well, according to Silver, the NBA is looking at Seattle and Las Vegas for expansion teams. It's been reported that the league would look for a $2.5 billion fee each for two expansion teams to be added. No, and San Diego not in consideration. Meanwhile, 18-year-old Coco Gauff will be in the finals of the French Open. Gauff, the youngest since Maria Sharapova played at 17 years old in 2004. Gauff defeated unseeded Italian Martina Trevisan 3-1 in the semifinals of the French Open. And that's it for Sports Time. Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Hear your vote counted. KXO AM 1230, FM 107.5 will provide election night coverage. We're going to start with CBS News coverage of the state primaries that have national interest. We'll have updates from the California News Network and coverage of the local races. Listen to AM 1230, FM 107.5 and follow the results on KXORadio.com. Election night coverage is brought to you by La Fonda Bar and Grill and El Centro Police Athletic League.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company that protects you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. U.S. employers added 390,000 jobs in May, representing a robust but slower pace of hiring. That, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics monthly reports released Friday. The unemployment rate stayed at 3.6%, slightly higher than the half-century low recorded in February 2020 before the pandemic hit. While the number of jobs added was down from the revised total of 436,000 in April, it was better than many were forecasting. The consensus of economists surveyed by Reuters had been for a gain of 325,000 jobs. And while the unemployment rate did not fall to 3.5% as predicted, it remained at a level considered to be full employment by most economists. And how did Wall Street react? Well, not particularly favorably. Wall Street down, the Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ all off from where they had been. And mortgage rates have dropped just a tick. They fell slightly this week, marking the third consecutive week of declines, but with rates hovering above 5% and home prices well above where they were this time last year, prospective buyers are finding it increasingly difficult to afford a home. The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 5.09% in the week ending June 2nd, down from 5.1% the week before. It was still above the 2.99% average from this time last year.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
According to the National Weather Service, dry conditions under mostly clear skies will prevail through the weekend as temperatures remain near to slightly above normal. A warming trend will then occur next week as an area of high pressure builds across the western continental U.S. This will result in well above normal temperatures starting late next week and a high likelihood of excessive heat impacting much of the area by next weekend. It will be sunny today with a high near 102. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles an hour this afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 30 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 73. West-southwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, decreasing to 5 to 10 miles an hour after midnight. Sunday, sunny with a high near 104. Light southwest wind becoming west 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. 82 degrees downtown El Centro, 41% relative humidity right now. The wind is coming out of the west-southwest 7 to 10 miles an hour. And financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal. You'll find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. Just ahead, we've got CBS News on the hour. We'll take you around the world and let you know what's going on.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
News on the hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Stacy Lynn in Washington. Another attack at a hospital, this one in Southern California. A man stormed into the ER at Encino Hospital Medical Center with a knife. LAPD Deputy Chief Alan Hamilton.
3 individuals that are employees of the hospital were injured as a result of that assault.
More from CBS's Jeff Glore.
A doctor and 2 nurses are recovering this morning after police say a man entered a hospital emergency ward and stabbed them Friday. The man then barricaded himself inside Encino Hospital Medical Center for hours before police were able to arrest him. The victims were taken to a nearby trauma center where they're in stable condition. A motive for the attack has not been determined yet.
This comes just days after another attack at a hospital in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Florida is getting clobbered by some nasty weather. Weather Channel meteorologist Kelly Cass.
We do have tropical storm warnings in effect for Central Florida down to the Keys as well. This means tropical storm conditions are likely. In fact, it's already happening. Winds gusting up to 40, even 50 miles per hour for today.
The tropical system's expected to become Tropical Storm Alex later today. The nation's latest jobs report was stronger than expected. So what does this mean for inflation? Here's CBS business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Demand was soaring and supply was constrained amid COVID. That's a recipe for disaster. A lot of economists believe the Fed started too late in their rate hiking campaign. The Fed says they're going to be attacking inflation. We hope that 8.3% rate drops down to maybe 4% by the end of the year. Then by next year, it's 2 to 3. But we're in uncharted territory. We don't know.
In Britain, they're in the midst of a big 4-day party. They call it a jubilee. CBS's Holly Williams on who is there celebrating the Queen.
Making her first official public appearance in the UK since moving to the US over 2 years ago was Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, with her husband, Prince Harry.
Today is the first birthday of Harry and Meghan's daughter, Lilibet, and there are unconfirmed reports they'll be throwing a birthday party for her.
And you know her face with those chubby cheeks and sparkling eyes? Ann Turner Cook, the original Gerber baby, has died. She was just 4 months old in 1926 when a neighbor sketched the iconic charcoal picture of her. Years ago, she told CBS,
I always had that expression with my mouth hanging open. Kind of a quizzical expression.
Cook died at the age of 95. Gerber writing of her passing on Instagram, saying her smile and expressive curiosity captured hearts everywhere and will continue to live on as a symbol for all babies. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Moments like watching my grandson steal second mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
More countries are now dropping their COVID restrictions.
Italy and Spain are the latest nations to drop their rules. In Italy, even unvaccinated travelers no longer need to take a test before arrival. But the biggest remaining holdout country when it comes to pre-travel testing? The United States. And the travel industry is now strongly lobbying U.S. regulators to finally end that requirement. And airlines are arguing that U.S. land border areas don't require the pre-travel tests. And that inconsistency clearly is not science-based. The biggest argument for ending the tests? It's no longer a public health issue, but an economic one. Peter Greenberg, CBS News.
Say cheese. This is a made-up food holiday I definitely can get behind. It's National Cheese Day today. Bust out your charcuterie board or just grab a stick or a slice or a cube to celebrate. So what's the most popular cheese in America? A recent survey found cheddar is the top cheese, followed by American, mozzarella, Swiss, and pepper jack. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Carroll Buckley.
Everybody's talking about you.
Carroll Buckley.
You're the talk of the town.